Virtual Performance and Podcast.
A little distraction for your Saturday satisfaction.
Ah, bon voyage. This is the special cruise shenanigans of We Live. We are streaming live every Saturday on Facebook. My name is Ellis Williams, and this is the beautiful, wonderful
Christine Williams.
Yes. How are you doing, Christine?
I am doing good. How are you?
I am doing fine.
Just fine.
Yes, but not as fine as this wonderful week story that happened this week
Okay.
that you got to hear about.
Okay. You can tell
So, yes, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell all of you if you haven't already heard.
Mm.
So, have you heard about these mysterious seeds going on that's being mailed to everybody? It's been mailed to like at least one person in each and every one of the states, like all 50 states.
Seeds?
Seeds, it's mysterious seeds, supposed to be from China, right? And the U.S.
They got coronavirus.
I don't see why everything from China got to have coronavirus.
I'm just wondering. I thought that's where you were going with the story.
Well, I'm gonna get there.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Christine. Pretty much, there's not much known about these seeds. They're just saying the U.S. agriculture is saying do not open, touch, or plant these seeds. First of all, if something comes in my mailbox and I don't know who it's from or what it is, and it's a bunch of small little seed-like things, I'm throwing it away.
Maybe they think that it's gonna grow up to the sky and they can climb it and it'll be giants and they can
Jack and
get
the
gold.
Beanstalk.
Yep.
You're quoting Jack and the Beanstalk.
I mean, it's possible that that's what they're thinking
Wow.
for you to get random
Wow.
random beads.
Wow.
Beads.
If you get seeds, if you have gotten seeds in your mailbox at some point this week or last week, please tell us in the comments. I'd like to know. I would really like to know.
Number one, what do they look like? And number two, what did the mailing address say on it? Was it from China? Because if anything is from China that I did not order, I am throwing it away because we know that they started the coronavirus. Let's be clear.
Side story. When this whole setback began, I think I just ordered something that was on its way from China, and when everybody was talking about China coronavirus, just like, oh no, I need some disinfectant. I don't even know what I know when it came. I sprayed everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was just, the ignorance was real. Yep, I sprayed all the Lysol we had left. I don't know.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway.
Yeah, I better not get no seeds. Cause okay, first of all, if the Department of Agriculture is saying that these seeds are bad for the environment or whatever they're saying, how come they're getting through customs or whatever they have to go through?
I mean, hey, United States Postal Service. I mean.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Well, anyway, best and worst. Got some news for you guys. Best and worst will not be the segment on the show anymore. In fact, we will still be doing best and worst, but to find out what our recommendations are for the week, every week, you must be a part of our We Live Virtual Performance and Podcast group on Facebook. So find a group, search it, join it, and you will see us posting our top three, our top best and worst shows and movies of the week right there in the blog. So check that out. And with that said, we're going to go straight into who's on the line.
Yo, Alice, it's Andrew Rooney here. I'm a drummer in Auckland, New Zealand. And we knew each other from back on Carnival cruise ships back in 2014, 15. And brother, I am just so happy to see you and your beautiful wife and so happy to talk to you, man.
Dude, it's been too long. Many times have I watched
I can't watch any bad movie and not think about you.
I take that as a compliment, I think.
Oh yes. Tell us a little bit about your podcast. We hear you have a podcast going on.
Yeah, man. So that's called the NZ Drummer Podcast. NZ, obviously New Zealand, and started off in 2018. And man, it seems like such a long time ago now. I was really nervous about starting that podcast. Like you have that thing of, who am I? Like, why should I have a show, or why should I, but I went ahead and did it because I was always talking to local drummers anyway. And I got around and started interviewing a lot of my friends and who are some of the best drummers in the country and whatnot. And then I started going overseas, man, and started doing the international drummers, and man, it's just blowing me away.
Wow. So I would love to say that I've been overseas. The furthest I've been overseas is Caribbean with you, and doing the cruise ship. Why don't you tell us a little bit of when you did the cruise ships, which cruise line you worked for, and for how long?
So I think my contract was for only 3.5 months, and that started late 2014, I think it was. Mm-hmm. And I think the reason the contract was so short was because that boat was about to get dry docked.
Yes.
And I think that's the only reason.
Yeah.
So, which was good because I had a young boy at the time, like a baby. So 3.5 months was a long time anyway. And
interesting fact for our listeners, we actually started on the ship that was the Ebola ship.
Wow.
A week.
Is that right?
Yes. That was that. It was. Well, I'm not gonna put the whole company Carnival under the bus, but it was like October 2014, and I remember seeing it on the news where I think they were just like they kept them out at sea, kind of what's going on now. And I remember I was the only one that called our MD, our music director.
That's
I was like,
right.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was like, hey, are we still doing this thing? And this before I even started my first contract. And he just said, yeah, you're the only one that asked me. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we're fine.
Yeah, I do remember that now, actually.
Yep.
That just added to, coming from all the way from New Zealand, it just added to the sort of the stress and the uncertainty.
Oh my goodness.
So I had to find a replacement for my teaching business, and to fill my studio. I had to get a guy or bunch of different people to cover all my gigs, and then to have all of that done, and then, is this thing even going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
And then, man, I would have been in trouble.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, it all worked out for the better, brother.
All worked out, man. I got to meet you. I got to play in a really kick-ass band, man, like a legit show band with horn section. Amazing.
Yeah. That was a dope band.
It was a good band, man. It was always a good time.
Uh-huh.
I have a question for you now. If you had to describe, I know you said things were like really crazy when you first started out. So if you had to describe ship life, like sum it up in one sentence, what would you say it would be?
One sentence. Okay. I'll give you one word. Cramped. It was cramped.
Yeah.
That's a good choice. Yeah.
So it was like we got told that there's not a heap of space. There's enough. You can stretch out your legs in the bed.
Didn't you have one of the smaller rooms too? I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
One of us had a really small room, like absurd.
Like they're already really small rooms in general. But
yeah, that's if you're a passenger
ships as well.
No, that's as a passenger. She thinks it's small. Yeah. She doesn't know working in.
You've got no idea.
All right. Okay, remember?
And my roommate was like 6'8".
Wow.
Yeah. And then we would anchor. Remember we would anchor, and you would hear that sucker at 6 a.m. in the morning when you just went to sleep at 4.
Aw. Partying too hard.
You know, one thing I'll say about probably not like a cleaner or a cook on a cruise ship, but as a musician, there were a lot of myths and there were a lot of rumors going around before I got on the ship. And I had friends that have worked on cruise ships, and they said, "Oh man, you're going to be cleaning toilets when you're not playing the drums. You're going to be cleaning toilets, man. You're going to be helping out over here, doing this." And so, man, to me, you just got to ignore all that noise, man.
Yeah.
So I've heard crazy stories from Ellis. So I want to know, what is the craziest cruise story that you have or that you can recall?
Craziest story that I can say in public.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It really is its own little world. So you start to get pretty disconnected from everything. The internet's not very good. So you can't keep in touch with anybody, really. Craziest story. I remember one time, these stories always seem to involve the crew bar. But man, those were some cheap drinks. So we made the most of it. I can't remember if you were involved, but Tyler Schwan was in there. And we had had a few drinks, and we were pretty merry. And and for some reason, to make it back to our cabins, we couldn't just walk back to the cabins. It was like a Navy SEAL SWAT mission to get back to the cabin.
It was.
So we were just like sliding around the corridors.
I think I remember that. Dude, because you know you've had a good night on the ship when you're walking back to your room, like kind of like this, in an angle, because the ship is straight, but for some reason you're off balance. You're just like walking kind of sideways. Yeah. It was like
there is that thing when you get off the ship too, that you're walking like this. On land, you start to walk a little bit.
Dude,
wow.
Like so speaking of that, when I came back from the ship, the first thing I did, when I got off of that contract, the first thing I did was I went and I bought pizza. I think I told you about this. I bought pizzas from every place that I wanted, because that was the only thing that we really didn't get to have, you know? Like, yeah, we had a Lido pizza, but it wasn't the same. No. I went and got Little Caesars, Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John, I don't know if you have any of those, but like I got all of them, and I'm literally sitting here with like 5 boxes of pizzas when I got home.
Really?
I might have ate like a half a slice of everything, because I was just ignorant. I was just mad, and I ate that, and that was the first thing I did. So, what was the first thing you got home?
Well, I didn't come back to New Zealand. I actually went back to Chile because my wife and my son were in Chile at the time.
Yeah.
So they stayed there with some family, and because my wife's from Chile. And so what did I do when I got back there? I think I was the same, man. I just wanted, it was food. It was food, man. I actually wanted something really healthy. I wanted something like wholesome.
Oh, that's
like,
what you call
it? Real food, you know?
Yeah.
So it was something food related. Like just give me like a steak and some salad, like something normal that isn't ship food.
Yeah, I hear you. I stayed away from a lot of ship-like food for a long time, until I got back on for the next contract.
So, got another question here. If you could share one cruise hack for passengers or even people that are new to, working on the cruise line, what would it be?
You're coming in with the hard-hitting questions here.
Oh yeah, we got to get into that head of yours.
and probably in general, I would come up with a bit of a plan.
Now, what do you mean? Like just how you would how you would make it through the whole contract?
Either that, or as a guest, like if you've got only a week, it'll be easy just to get trapped and sort of miss a lot of things.
True.
I would somehow come up with a plan of the time that you're getting to different destinations and try and actually proper figure out some things.
True.
Or else you just miss it.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, they'll get on the ship and they'll wait till they're actually on the ship and look at all the things to do and like, oh, okay, now I'm going to plan. But nobody wants to sit and spend the first night on a cruise ship trying to plan stuff. So yeah, I would tell people before they even get on a ship, do your research. You could probably find something online about one of those agendas and get your excursions and all that stuff and plan it right.
Exactly. Yeah, man. And if you're coming on as a band member or entertainment, I think you have to do P90X.
Oh no! I still have those CDs and I still do the yoga. Yoga man. So for the people that don't know, yes, it was you, me, and our good friend Claire from that's probably the best English accent I've ever used. A good
yeah, that was good, man.
I know. From she is from, I think she's from London, right, or England?
Yeah, she's from England. She lives in New Zealand now, of all places.
What? See, now I have another reason to visit you guys. But yeah, the three of us used to do yoga. Do you understand how hard it is to stand in tree position on a ship?
Yes, I can imagine.
It's not easy.
I actually have done the P90X.
The same one.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and it is super hard, so I can't imagine doing it on the cruise.
I was so nimble. We were all nimble. We were just sitting here like, oh.
Yeah.
It was good, man.
Because
way back when.
Because, man, like there are obviously there's a lot of like temptations on the cruise ship because you can eat whatever you want and you can drink basically for free.
Yeah.
So I think that was a good thing, man, that I hooked up with you dudes and we said, look, let's hit this and we'll keep some kind of routine going so we don't just balloon and become just big slobs by the end of it.
I know it's a struggle. It's definitely a struggle, especially with that midnight mess.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Let's
hold on. What's midnight mess?
Do you want to explain?
For quite a while on the cruise, I thought that they were saying midnight mass.
Like first time I ever thought of it like that.
No, I'm good. I'll watch my bad movies in my cabin.
No, the midnight mass would actually be food. Like you could go there and you would eat whatever it is that was. I mean, they try to pass it off like it's fresh food, but we knew it was leftovers. And it would be anything. It would be the weirdest thing. It would be like a fried boiled egg with a lot of rice. Because the people that are cooks are like Asian and Pacific Islanders. So they would be cooking all their stuff. So you want to go ahead and have a cuisine from that area? Midnight mess. I mean, there's only 13 Americans working on the ship at any time. Right. So yeah.
Actually, man, that's a really good point. The multiculturalism on the ship.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
Yes, it was. You really met some of the best people on the ship.
Yeah, and I mean, we get fed a lot of trash in the media about people from this area or these kind of people, and on the ship it's just you're all together and it's all good.
I'm still my mind is still a little blown that he's in the future and we're still here.
So technically it's Sunday for him.
And it's Thursday for us?
What?
Wait. No, it really is Thursday, but this video is going to air on Saturday, but he's going to be on Sunday, but that means it's Friday right now. You know what? I'm just going to give up this logic and go straight into the trivia. And here we go. Trivia. where we get to battle it out for who knows the most about whatever today's topic is, which today is
cruise lines, which I'm pretty sure you know more than me, but
maybe
I'm
not.
an excellent guesser, so
Yeah, we'll see. If you know the answers, put it in the comments. We'll let you know at the end of the segment.
okay.
So we doing a little differently to like truly add some competition to this sucker.
Mm-hmm.
We both have 2 questions to ask each other. And we'll go 1-on-1.
Okay.
So
So,
you say you can go first.
ladies first, always.
Ooh, ladies first. Ladies first. What song is that from? Who made that song? You don't even know.
Michael Jackson?
You don't even know.
I don't know.
What'd you say? Did you say Maya Angelou?
I said Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Really?
I don't know. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Wow. I'll let you know at the end of the trivia question.
Okay.
Bonus.
Okay.
Gosh.
So the first question is, sorry, can you get my questions right?
Already.
Restart. Okay. Which cruise line has the largest cruise ship in the world?
Is it multiple choice?
No, it's only X amount of cruise lines.
There's a lot of Royal Caribbean.
Dang, how you know that? You are correct.
You dang right.
Royal Caribbean has, because you got it right, I'll just give you more info on it.
Oh, sure. I love to learn.
Royal Caribbean has a ship called Symphony of the Seas.
Symphony of the Sea.
It has 18 decks, and it is considered the world's largest cruise ship with 228,000 gross registered tons, measuring 238 feet tall and 1,100 feet long. 1,188 actually, but
that's a lot of feet. No? Okay. All right. Well, you ready to get morbid?
a lot of feet on the water.
Yeah. That's wet feet. Woo! Okay, are you ready for this one?
Yes.
Oh, y'all ready for this one?
Are you ready?
True or false? There are morgues on the cruise ships.
That's true. When people die, where they gonna put them?
They can throw them overboard.
That's petty.
What? They did that to Osama bin Laden?
No, they did not.
Yeah, they did. Give him a burial at sea. At least that's what they want you to think.
Wasn't Osama bin Laden blown up in his house? Wasn't that on Zero Dark 30?
Obviously, you didn't pay no attention to that movie. They shot him dead. They killed him dead.
Well, he wasn't buried at sea then.
They brought him to the ship and they buried him at sea.
Who did? America?
Yes, America.
Wow.
Who else gonna do it?
Interesting.
His family?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Wow.
Okay. Yes. I guess they would have a morgue on the cruise ship because if somebody I knew died on the cruise ship, I would not want them to come back and be like, oh, by the way, we threw them in the middle of the ocean somewhere.
Okay, well, they could put him in a
Like that
bathroom
one
until it's
movie we
time to come
watched.
back.
Huh?
Anyway, no, you didn't hear that. So, all right, well, you'll find out if you're right at the end of this. Because if you are right, I'm not going to tell you if you're right.
Okay. Well, I won't tell you if you're right on the next one then. Since we're playing that game.
Yeah, getting real, son.
Okay. How many days is the world's longest cruise?
Ooh.
So,
Ooh.
this one is going to be multiple choice.
Ooh.
50 days, 100 days, 200 days, or 245 days.
Can I have more clues, please? I like to buy a vowel. Can I use a lifeline?
No.
Damn. I'm going to say 250 because ain't no way them cruise ships have enough to last that long. Like, you know how hard it is to keep food fresh on a cruise ship for just 7 days?
I don't know. But you will find out the answer at the end, like you did me.
Okay, all right. Well, I think. I have one more. All right. So the last question of this segment: how much does it cost to live on a cruise ship?
Is this multiple
choice?
Yes.
A. 500,000 a year. B. 100,000 a year. C. 40 acres and a mule. And D. Your soul.
I'm guessing it's not your soul. Or 40 acres and a mule. That would be hard to measure.
What is 40 acres and a mule? You can measure that.
A year. So that'd be a lot of...
You better produce 40 acres and a mule every year.
I'm going to go with 500 sounds really, really high.
It's a luxury cruise ship.
Oh, a luxury cruise ship. Like we get a regular size room, or are we talking about like those little cabin rooms? Like,
I don't know. It's an apartment at sea.
An apartment with your own kitchen. Is in the kitchen included?
I don't know the detail.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go that far into this question.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with 100,000.
Okay.
So, do you want to tell me if I'm right on your questions, or do you want me to tell you if you were right?
Let's go. Let's go back and forth. Starting with your question, which we already know I got right. What was the question again?
My question was, how long is the longest cruise ship? I mean, cruise, like, trip.
What? Oh yeah, I said it was
50 days.
50 days.
And the lie detector determined that was a lie. This was very interesting to me when I looked this up. It says that in 2019, Viking Cruises launched its Ultimate World Cruise, a 245-day luxury journey aimed at setting the Guinness World Record for the longest continuous passenger cruise. 245 days now. That's almost a year.
That ain't no cruise. That is a journey. That's
right.
That's like Lord of the Rings kind of stuff.
So, like, where exactly are we going? The 7 seas and all? Like, where are we going? Like, all the oceans plus around the world, like 3 times.
Seas, all the oceans, all the bays.
What are like the
all the lakes, all the rivers.
Where do they
all
stop?
The canals. I want to see every canal.
Do they like stop somewhere? Like, are there like, can you do excursions, or like are you just like, I don't know.
I mean, 45 days. I mean, how much liquor
do you drink in 245 days? That's a good question.
I mean, when I worked on a ship, I probably on average drunk 12 glasses a day. So, oh my gosh, I wouldn't want to work on that ship.
So basically, at the end of that cruise, everybody is gonna
die. Everybody's gonna die. Ain't no way. You ain't walking off that ship. Like,
everybody's gonna have to get their liver flushed.
What if? No, just get a transplant. So what if you go on a cruise and you're like, and you're pregnant, and then you have the kid on a cruise? Like,
yeah, you're right.
You know, so like, are you a citizen? You're a citizen of the world.
I don't know how that would work.
Anyway,
okay. But being that it's 245 days long, that means that it's possible for you to come on, not be pregnant, get pregnant, and have the baby, right? In the time before you get off the cruise.
Wow.
Well, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, you better wear them cheap old condoms on that ship. Anyway.
Wow. And then another thing I would want to ask is, how much is this cruise? 200, because a 7-day cruise, let's just ballpark, a 7-day cruise from Baltimore to the Bahamas is like $700, $800 for one person, not including taxes and fees. Mm-hmm. So you talking about
your life savings.
Basically.
That's how much it costs.
40 acres and a mule plus your soul.
There it is. It would cost all the answers in my next question, which was, how much does it cost to live on a ship? $500,000 a year, $100,000 a year, 40 acres and a mule, or your soul. And you said $100,000 a year, and I would determine that you are correct.
Yes, so I could go live on a cruise ship then.
For $100,000 a year. Mm-hmm. Yep. It actually
gotta stack my money.
Yes. Actually, it's you can buy it actually, not renting. Buy
a room. Nobody else will ever be.
Apartment of the sea or apartment at sea.
What cruise line is that?
Actually, it could be for any cruise, because when I was working on cruise lines, we actually had people that I believe lived there. The only annoying thing was every time they dock, you had to get off. Like, so every week or after every cruise, you have to get off the ship and then come back on.
I mean, it's normal to walk on land sometimes, you know.
Maybe I don't feel like getting off. Unpacking packing up all my stuff, getting off, and then coming back on and moving in again.
Oh, that's what they have to do.
I don't know. I might be wrong.
They probably don't have to take their stuff off.
Yeah, because I didn't have to take their stuff off every time I got off. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It was weird. Anyway, what's another question?
But I mean, like, is food is included, entertainment is included. You get to see the world.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably have to be retired to do that, or have like
Most
a great job
retired.
that you just have like residual income coming in. But
speaking of older people that are retired and living on the ships, yes, if they do die,
can't.
there is a morgue. It is by law. It is true. It is true. By law, a cruise ship must have a morgue, and they must carry body bags.
Wow.
On the ship, and I've actually seen them move a body off the ship.
Gross.
Yeah, it's a hot mess. But
on the bright side of things, if you are elderly and you don't have any family to take care of you, and you do have the money to pay for it, being on a cruise is an excellent idea. You always have someone to check on you, and if you do die, you know that you're not going to rot in your house alone. Yeah, until somebody discovers your body.
You'll just rot in a small fridge that they have underneath the ship.
But at least somebody will check in on you every day. They're like, oh, we haven't seen Martha today. She normally's at the bar chugging these tequilas.
Man, this is supposed to be cruise ship shenanigans, like happy time. You're just getting all sad. What was your first question?
She's like,
I don't even remember what we're doing anymore.
She's not here tonight.
She sung herself to death. Oh. Huh. So what was the first question? I believe I got it right.
The first question was which cruise line has the largest ship? And it was Royal Caribbean.
Yes, it was.
Voyage of the Seas or something like that.
I think it was Symphony of the Seas.
Symphony of the Seas. Something. They all got weird names.
They really do. And that's it for a very long trivia, but I believe you won.
Yes.
Actually, no, you lost. No, yes, you won. Anyway, that brings us to your favorite, not mine. When, where, why?
I was trying to see how long you were gonna hold that note, but
I could have gone longer, you know.
Okay. So today,
next time,
destination is cruise related somewhat, but it is cruise related. So this place is a unlikely destination that you would think to do a cruise, but it is the lovely country of Egypt.
Oh,
so when do you want to go there? So March through April or October through November is going to be probably your best time to go. Temperatures are bearable. They're around 70. They top out at like around 75 degrees.
Nice.
And they get in the low 60s.
Oh, that's Florida weather right there.
Yeah, and they have less crowds during those months. May through September is going to be like their summer months. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be extremely hot. It's the desert, so you know it's going to get really hot.
It gets hot in the desert? I thought it snowed there.
Yeah. I mean, it gets really hot in the day and really cold at night. And it depends on the desert you're in, but yeah. And then December through February is going to be where most people visit because the temperatures are a lot cooler then. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be more crowded there. But depending on your cruise line, you might want to, you can pick, whenever they have cruises available. You would cruise the Nile River of all places.
But see, I want to do that on my 250 45-day cruise. All
245. Yeah, you can see all the rivers on that one, but this is just specific for you're just going to port in that area. So the ports that are typically included on Egyptian cruises are going to be Cairo, which is the capital of Egypt, and Luxor, which is most people know because they have that hotel in Las Vegas, Luxor, which I actually stayed at and it's really nice. But yeah, so so why you want to go visit there? They have a lot of Egyptian history. Museums. They got the pyramids. They got the tomb of King Tut. If you are an archaeological dork like me, then visiting Asia is like, oh my gosh, like you could just see so many like things that they've uncovered from that region because it has so much history there. So why you want to be on the cruise? You're on the water as opposed to being on land. You get a nice cool breeze. You get better views of things that you could see on land, but just like seeing it from the water, you just get a different perspective. And then there is a cruise line, which we mentioned before. They have the longest cruise, Viking. They have a 12-day cruise that does visit those places that I mentioned, and it includes like all the places that you would want to see on land. So. Other areas of interest, though, that you might want to check out if you're in Cairo or Luxor would be the Khan Street Market. So it's like, they sell spices and all this other stuff. And when I think of it, I like literally think of like Aladdin. They're like, how they run the streets selling spices and stuff. But anyway, so. Like, that's what it reminds me of. It's like the biggest market in that area. So it's pretty cool. The Mediterranean.
Wasn't that not in Egypt, though?
I am not sure where Aladdin took place.
It's like Agrabah.
I'm not sure where that took place.
Pretty sure that's like India type.
I don't know.
Okay, carry on.
Anyway. They also have... Mediterranean food there. That's what they eat. Okay. And so you're gonna get lots of like kebabs and like stuff like that. Like if you're into Mediterranean food, which I am, it's not gonna be like Greek food, which is also Mediterranean food, but it's gonna be more it's just like a slightly different palette. Very robust flavors, but I'm all down for Mediterranean food, whether it's coming from Greece, Italy, or, Egypt. So, and then they also have the Valley of the Kings, which is something like another like thing that's been there forever. It's very cool to check out. So, that pretty much is when, where, why. We got Egypt.
Wow. When, where, why. Wow.
When we're right now, river cruise.
If we could, right now, I would go. If we could,
I sure would.
Oh my gosh, no, that's I enjoy watching you talk about all those cool travel bits. It's really really interesting to see your passion in that.
And if you enjoy my When We're Right segment, you will also enjoy the new blog that I started called Treat Talk. That is TREAT Talk. And you can find me on Instagram at Treat Talk. And very, very new, but I'll be posting cool stuff about travel ideas. I'm also into food if you haven't noticed, so I'll be posting up different things about food related to whatever region, you know, that it maybe belong to. And there'll be cool trivia and just lots of fun facts and just all things food and travel.
Yeah. All right, and there you have it. So now we're going to our musical selection by my good man. You heard him earlier on our Who's on the Line segment. Andrew Rooney and his band, Off the Wall.
Come me because you look so fine and I really want to make you mine. You look so fine and I really want to make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. You don't need money with a face like that, do you, honey? Big bad blue, long brown hair. She's so sweet with a kickback stare. Like you say.
All right. There you have it. That was the Off the Wall band with my boy Andrew Rooney on drums. That was cool. If you like it, definitely follow him. He's doing some great things over there in New Zealand. Shoot, playing all over the world. It's really awesome to see people grow and move around like that. And I also have something very interesting to show you, Christine, and the world. Guess what just came in the mail today? They're here. Oh, yes. My latest release, Live the Music Volume 2, All for One Experience, is here. It will be shipping out for those of you that pre-ordered already. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for supporting. If you haven't got on that yet, definitely get on that. Like now, go to my website right here, eaglesentertainment.com/Ellis Williams, or just eaglesentertainment.com. Just follow what you see, and you can go ahead and listen right now to some previews of that. All right, of each track, just little 30-second clips, and get a little preview of what
you'll be investing in.
All right, make sure you follow me at Ewills Music. I'm sorry, that's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And as you heard, you have the great Christine Williams in Treat Talk on Instagram. All right, so much more to come from that. Very excited. So follow her. And I believe that is a wrap.
Yep. You got anything to say, buddy?
I do. Do you want to help me with this one?
Yeah, sure. So, there will be no music wrap up this week, folks. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. There won't. I'm sorry, guys. There won't be after this. But definitely there will be some more in the future. So just stay tuned with that. And just remember, if you fart and it smells like something died, woof woof, should probably go to the bathroom. Oh!